Our highlights for tonight: Sarawak Governor receives courtesy visits from Sarawak Mufti Department, Pahang Museum Corporation. Sarawak Premier receives courtesy visit from Pahang Museum Delegation. Warriors Day symbol of appreciation for national heroes. Assalamualaikum and good evening. Sarawak Governor Tun Pehin Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar received two separate courtesy visits at the Astana Negeri Sarawak here on Thursday. The first courtesy visit was from a delegation from the Sarawak Mufti Department led by Deputy Minister in the Sarawak Premier's Department, Project Coordinator for Regional Development Agencies, Kuching North City Hall and Islamic Affairs, Datuk Dr. Abdul Rahman Junaidi. Also present was Sarawak Mufti Datuk Kipli Yassin, Director of the Jabatan Mufti Sarawak Ahmad Sukarno Saini and Head of the Falak Division Muhammad Fauzi Hairani. During the visit, Datuk Dr. Abdul Rahman presented an official invitation to Tun Pehin Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi to officiate the opening ceremony of the Bintulu Astronomy Centre, which is scheduled to take place on 12 August 2025. The Bintulu Astronomy Centre began construction on 27 August 2020 and was fully completed on 9 November 2022 before officially commencing operations on 1 February 2023. The Sarawak Governor and his wife, Tuan Puan Datuk Patigi Fauzia Muhammad Sanusi, then received a courtesy call from the Pahang Museum Corporation. The delegation was led by the Director of the Pahang Museum, Datuk Ahmad Farid Abdul Jalal, accompanied by the Permanent Secretary to the Sarawak Ministry for Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts, Datuk Sharina Hussaini, Chief Executive Officer of the Sarawak Craft Council, Surya Charles and others. The visit aimed to present an official invitation to Tun Pehin Sri to attend the Pahang Heritage Festival, which will take place from 31st August to 7th September 2025. Sarawak Premier Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Abdul Rahman Zohari Tun Dato' Abang Openg received a courtesy visit from a delegation from Pahang State Museum at Wisma Bapa Malaysia on Thursday. The Pahang State Museum delegation, led by Dato' Ahmad Farid Abdul Jalal, was to establish cooperation with Sarawak regarding the Pahang Heritage Festival to be held in Pekan Pahang from August 31st to September 7th.
Jadi secara dasarnya Premier menyambut baik undangan kita tersebut. InsyaAllah kita ada satu lagi perbincangan pada hari esok bersama dengan agensi-agensi yang terlibat di peringkat negeri Sarawak.
In another development, he also stated that the Pahang State Museum has invited various collaborative efforts with museums in Sarawak in addition to planning long-term collaboration with the Sarawak Museum. Additionally, there will also be a collaboration in terms of exchanging exhibitions and expertise in an effort to ensure the continuity of these efforts can be continued to a higher level. He shared that the Sarawak Museum has proposed to hold a conservation workshop during the Pahang Heritage Festival. The Warriors Day celebration is a symbol of appreciation and remembrance of the services of the heroes who have sacrificed to defend the country's sovereignty since the pre-independence era to the post-independence era. Sarawak Premier Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Abdul Rahman Zohari Tun Dato' Abang Openg said that the struggle of the heroes has been a key starting point in the history of the country and should be remembered throughout the ages.
Simboliknya, Hari Pahlawan boleh diartikan dengan hari peringatan memperingati pahlawan yang telah berkorban dalam mempertahankan kedaulatan negara dalam sebarang ancaman. Pahlawan negara seharusnya menjadi sejarah yang sentiasa dikenang kerana telah mencipta ketemadunan negara kepada bumi bertuah ini. Perjuangan mereka sama ada di era sebelum merdeka maupun pasca merdeka terus menjadi titik tolak bagi permulaan dalam kandungan sejarah negara.
He said this through a text of speech read by Sarawak Deputy Premier Dato' Ahmad Douglas Uga Embas during the Warriors Day 2025 celebration ceremony at the Tugu Pahlawan, Taman Budaya Kuching on Thursday. The Sarawak Premier called on the people to continue to remember the services of the fighters and to pray for them and their families. Sarawak media practitioners, including local media associations, plan to organise a special program at the Tugu Pahlawan as a sign of appreciation for the services and sacrifices of national heroes in conjunction with Warriors Day. Deputy Minister in Sarawak Premier's Department, Corporate Affairs, Information and UKAS, Dato' Abdullah Saidul said the brief program is expected to involve media practitioners, broadcasting agencies and representatives of former law enforcement associations as a manifestation of the media practitioners' support and patriotic spirit towards the sacrifices of the country's heroes.
Antara yang dicadangkan ialah UKAS bersama warga kerja media melalui persatuan-persatuan media yang probably we start di base di Kuching, termasuklah agensi-agensi penerangan dan media seperti UKAS, penerangan, probably RTM dan juga wartawan-wartawan. Kita akan mengadakan satu program ringkas juga berada di lokasi Tugu Pahlawan ini untuk sebagai tanda peringatan dan tanda perhargaan warga media Sarawak kepada terhadap pengorbanan dan juga jasa pahlawan-pahlawan kita dari Angkatan Tentera dan Polis dan juga bekas prajurit.
Dato' Abdullah added that further discussions will be held in the near future to ensure the success of the program, with representatives from military veterans associations also invited to join in enlivening the event. Several fire incidents in Kuala Baram, Muka, Marudi and Kota Semarahan recorded over the past few days, all are now under control. Sarawak Deputy Premier and State Disaster Management Committee SDMC Chairman Dato' Ahmad Douglas Uga has instructed disaster management committees in each district to set up a standby team to deal with any incident.
Dalam masa yang beberapa hari yang lepas, ada beberapa kebakaran berlaku di Kuala Baram, di Mukah, di Merudi dan satu di Kota Semarahan. Kita telah diberitahu tadi kesemua kebakaran ini telah pun under control. Di Mukah nasib pada pagi ini hujan lebat dan kita harap hujan itu dapat memadamkan api ini. Oleh bagaimanapun semua mesti bersiap siaga to ensure the minimum impact on this any burning or lack of water and so on.
He said this after chairing the SDMC meeting in Kuching on Thursday. He also directed the use of drones to detect fires early, especially in dry and flammable peatland areas. In addition, he also advised all parties, including companies and landowners, to avoid open burning, in addition to urging the community to immediately report any hotspots to the Natural Resources and Environment Board (NREB) or local officers. So far, 220 hotspots have been detected with the air pollution index readings at controlled levels, except in Muka, which recorded higher readings. The Batang Lupa One Bridge project, which is set to create history as the longest bridge across a river in Malaysia, is currently 84% complete and is expected to be fully ready by mid-2026. Dato' Ahmad Douglas Uga said that despite several technical challenges, including issues faced at the 52nd pillar, the contractor has assured that the problem will be resolved in the near future.
Tadi kita bincang bahawa projek ini boleh kita guna pada hari kawai 2026. So kita haraplah semua masalah-masalah yang dihuraikan tadi dapat diselesaikan. Dan kita akan sentiasa melawat dan memantau pembinaan projek ini.
He said this to reporters during a working visit to the project site in Subuyau on Wednesday. He, who is also the Minister of Infrastructure and Port Development, added that the 4.8-kilometre bridge is part of the Sarawak government's initiative to strengthen the coastal road network and completely replace the ferry service between Subuyau and Triso, which has long been the main link for local residents. The 848.7 million ringgit project was started on January 7, 2021 and is among 16 major bridges currently under construction throughout Sarawak. The Sarawak government has fulfilled its promise by channeling the Bantuan Kewangan Khas BKK initiative amounting to 1,200 ringgit per year to eligible higher education institution IPT students, proving its ongoing concern for the welfare and well-being of this group. Sarawak Deputy Minister for Education, Innovation and Talent Development, Dato' Dr. Anwar Rapai said that the disbursement of the assistance has begun to be channeled in stages starting at 1:15 p.m. today to the first group of students.
Kita telah melancarkan program BKK. Maksudnya apa yang telah janji kita telah tunaikan dulu. Sebab dalam masa 2-3 minggu ini ada pelajar dengan gerisah. Bila lagi duit itu akan masuk. Sebenarnya saya mohon maaf kepada mereka sebab kita menerima applicant permohonan 42,000, iaitu begitu banyak. Dan ini first time kita menjalankan verifikasi dan sebab itu memerlukan masa yang lebih sedikit yang di luar jangka kita. Pada mulanya kita hendak mengeluarkan ataupun menyalurkan wang tersebut pada awal bulan 7. Tetapi disebabkan oleh faktor-faktor yang saya sebutkan tadi, dia terlambat sikit. Jadi saya mohon maaf, tapi walau bagaimanapun kita telah menunaikan janji. Itu yang penting. Di mana kerajaan Sarawak telah menunaikan janji memberi BKK ini sebanyak 1,200 untuk setahun.
He said when met by the Sarawak Public Communications Unit UKAS after the launch of the BKK disbursement in Kuala Lumpur on Wednesday. Dato' Dr. Anwar added that previously the meticulous verification process involving 42,000 applicants had taken longer than expected. He informed that the Sarawak government had initially planned to disburse the aid in early July, but technical factors and data verification requirements caused a slight delay. However, he stressed that the Sarawak government's priority was to ensure that the aid truly reached the eligible students without overlooking others. And that's the English edition with me, Didi Nursyafiqah. More news can be found in our official portal, ukas.sarawak.gov.my, and social media platforms seperti Facebook and YouTube. We end tonight's UKAS Bulletin with displays from the Warriors Day 2025 celebration at the Tugul Pahlawan Taman Budaya Kuching on Thursday. #Saraformasi Rakyat. Have a good night.